What's been on the OKR list for quite a while is being able to record and dialogue out with some kind of history of KeepSpace. So in this series, we are going to be beginning the history of KeepSpace. So the founding of KeepSpace was in April of 2016. Vin and myself started the business together as a boyfriend and girlfriend. Were we boyfriend, girlfriend? No, we were husband and wife by then. In the very beginning, back then, I had a van that was working under a business called Koala Box. Now our boxes are these things right here. They're big green plastic storage boxes, which we use to help people move houses with. Really good size, 70 centimeters across by 40 by 35 meters deep. The business model was what I would call a Walking Dead business model. We would never creep past $50,000 in a financial year. So it was really, really tough. We tried to pivot out of Koala Box into a new business. And what we did was we started a business called
Makespace is the way storage should be. Simply schedule an appointment by phone, online.
That we thought had a really good idea. And the idea was to take people who would have stuff, they would take photos from the top to show the contents, close it up, ziplock them up, and then place them into a storage unit, technically charge for storage rental based on the amount of volume they were holding. When I was looking at that business model, I thought maybe I could create a more regular income by storage, by placing people's goods who were wanting to put them into self-storage to be able to keep their stuff in a space, KeepSpace. That's where KeepSpace name came from. So we decided to look at marketing towards homeowners who wanted to stage sell their property, university students who wanted to up and go through the university break, maybe some businesses who want to put some stuff away for a while. So we put the advertisement out, we made a website, and I knew I had to make a platform or a portal that they could see this. So I knew I had to hire a developer or something. Now, the money that I would make from Koala Box end up funding KeepSpace's initial existence. And what KeepSpace is all about is helping people do a better storage solution. But yeah, this is all what we're doing right now, and we're building all this up. It was really hard. So I actually was working part-time to try and self-fund a living. I knew that we needed to build a team, and it was really hard because we weren't able to really get any developers that come through. So we thought we'd try to use something called a grunt fund, which was dynamic equity funding model. And the idea was that those that would stay and progress through that process would have a portion of shares of KeepSpace. So I had to record my hours of how much I worked in KeepSpace. My wife, Finn, had to record her hours, and other team members who were also in it also had to record their hours. When the business was really, really low, it was really hard. And what we did is, as a group collective effort, we had some university students who would help us with our development, a couple of overseas developers who were helping when they were like sort of transitioning between two or three locations, and we had a roof over our heads, so we could give them a roof over the head. And we had a guy named Tezuku, awesome guy. He was the one who introduced the platform into a Ruby on Rails arrangement, which is what the code was originally built on. Through that process, we all got together, we started marketing heavily, doing events at universities across Perth. And the idea was to hand out flyers, let students know that they could use us as a storage arrangement for 3 months while they go away on break, and we'll hold their stuff and we'll give it back to them. And I think we were selling 1 cubic meter for $50 a month. Every 6 boxes were $50 a month. If they got another 6, then it'd be $100 a month, and so forth. 227 different university students that would use us, and we would drive all over the different campuses, Murdoch University, Curtin University, across University of West Australia. It was a slog because Curtin University has like 3 flights of stairs that you got to go up, and some of them would live on the top story. And we're like having to go up these stairs with these boxes that would have an average weight capacity of 25 kilos, and they're full of books. They were so heavy. And then we just recognized that the labor capacity of this was very difficult for 3 months. Look, anyway, it was a lot of work. And what I realized is I didn't want to work that hard. That's the honest truth. For such little money, I think we made like $6,000 or $7,000 for all those 27 students. So just scaling that would have been really, really difficult. We started to see who else was taking up the concept, and there were homeowners who were looking to travel overseas, and there were people who were selling their houses, and so they want us to take literally all their stuff out of their property. And what we found is we were starting to enter into the removalist business. Couches and furniture pieces and beds and all these large pieces, and we were like, holy crap, our removalist business is tough slog. I was in my early 30s, and I just thought to myself, if I did this for another 10 years, is this something I would be proud about? And I just thought, nah, this is not a direction I wanted to go. We just looked at what were the assets that we had. A platform that showed a digital representation of all the physical aspects, like Dropbox. Proven that we could make money from it, not a lot, but we had proven the concept of creating money. So it just needed tweaking. We didn't know how we were going to go about it. Right up until...
So my name is Chris Hepler. I'm working with BlackRoll.
So Chris is from Germany, and he was running a business that was called BlackRoll, and he was trying to find a solution of how to get someone to pick inventory that he had stored, pack it up, and ship it. He was working in a self-storage garage, and there is a link in the video to show the testimonial of that discussion. Really, really great guy. At that time, I was working with a guy who was a developer called Yu, wonderful Chinese guy. And what we were going through was the concept of changing from a category, which is just showing a display of images, to now within the database add an inventory structure inside. What we realized is that with BlackRoll giving us the chance, we would have to work on the inventory structuring and get that done, and then apply shipping. And then we also had to figure out how we could get the orders. What just arrived onto the scene back then.
Hi everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a co-founder at Zapier, and we've built a tool which enables other products and services that you use online to talk to each other.
So Zapier came to market and was promoting about integrations. And they had done the integration for BlackRoll as a system we could use as a public API. And through that, in that first week, what we'd normally get $300 or $400 a month, we were able to make $1,000 in a week. And as soon as we got that first $1,000 in that week with BlackRoll, it changed the direction of KeepSpace completely. That was 7 months of the category system to an inventory system. And that would probably be the biggest thing of the financial year of 2016 to 2017. We made $13,700, but we had spent $39,000. So obviously, clearly, we didn't make a profit. We made a loss of $27,600. It wasn't about the loss itself. It was about recognizing the experiments we were currently working through, finding the direction of what could create an opportunity for us. And if it wasn't for BlackRoll, I think it would have probably died, in all honesty. And I'm really grateful to Chris forever because of that direction that technically he set us down on. So Chris, if you're watching this video, love you heaps, as you know, and looking forward to seeing you when we catch up in Perth. Little side thing that was also going on. I decided to invest a bit of money into buying a product and trying to sell that product, and then talking about the cost of a product, and then use that information as content. And there is actually old videos about that, which I'll put a link down if you're interested in seeing it, around me trying to sell gimbals. I looked at them, I thought these are really cool, they look really awesome, and I'll probably sell a couple. Didn't really work out that well. I didn't actually sell all of them. And then I used the fulfillment structure of KeepSpace to try to see how it would work and where the holes might be. It was a lesson of learning, mostly, more than a creation of profit. But the value from it was very, very helpful for me to understand. And I think that's what the takeaway of all this is about. That time, it was a lot of exploration, it was a lot of development, it was a lot of understanding the space, getting to know e-commerce better. Is trying to understand this challenge of inventory management and fulfillment. And we were so out of our game to know, but we didn't even know what inbounds were or didn't know anything. There was industry knowledge learned before, but then that was 10 years ago. So this was all very much bringing us back together at a place. And yeah, so I'll leave it here for the first video and see you in the next financial year.
Here we go.